Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this live broadcast. I am so glad you're here. My name is Skip LaCour, and this is Cardio University. This is our time to connect. The way we start off our day, at least it's a bit early in the day here on the West Coast, 5 a.m. on the West Coast. So glad you're here just to connect. Just the buff dad you never had, the big brother, whatever way you see me, just two guys going through the journey of life, just to connect every single day. I want to remind you of who you are, what you're all about, where you're going. Just get you to think about it every single day as I think about it as I'm going through this journey of life just like you. I'm so glad you're here. This is the time for you to say hello. Once I get going here, we're going to go for 10 minutes. I want to respect your time. And this time, this is my genius ode time. It's very early in the morning. I get up a lot earlier than my family does, and this is my time where I'm at my best. This is when I plan, I set goals, I center myself, address any challenges that I might have. Again, it's my genius zone time. This is also the time that I do my cardiovascular training. This is in a spare bedroom slash video recording studio, office. This is where I do Cardio University. This is a recumbent bike that's tucked away in a corner. If you're new watching this live broadcast, I'm going to just start pumping away, and as we're talking, I'm going to be doing my cardio. I do it at a moderate pace. Again, I do it for an hour. Now, I do it for an hour, and it's not so much for the health benefits, although I certainly enjoy those. It is for this time for me to center myself, set goals. I've got a computer here, I've got books here, I've got pads. I do a lot of my best thinking at this time. I want to invite you into my sacred time, my Cardio University time. And then after 10 minutes, we're done. I want you to get to work. I'm going to get to work and spend the rest of the 50 minutes setting goals, planning how I can become better for you, how I can become better for my family. This is the time that I do it. I encourage you to do the same thing with your time. We're always looking for ways. There's only 24 hours in a day. I know that if you're watching this live broadcast, fitness is probably really important to you like it is for me. It's like, how can we stack it? How can we do things in a way that is going to move us forward, right? But complement our lives. Right, that's the trick here, and that's how I've started this Cardio University. We're doing this live on Facebook, and that's at Skip LaCour page. Again, say hello and tell me where you're from. We're also doing this on Instagram live, and that's at Skip LaCour. And now Instagram live, as we've been doing this, I got even more pads now, so I've got two devices here, so I can connect with you. And good morning. Nauticodus Maximus. Good morning to you, sir, on Instagram Live. Noticing, too, on this Instagram Live, I'm having it go landscape, and it probably should be horizontal, but you guys can flip your phone over, right? All right, so let's see here. Who do we have on Facebook? Let's see here. Let's see. All right, so this is the time to say hello. Tell me where you're from. I'm so glad you're here. I always want to acknowledge you for being here. I want you to know that you're taking the time just to connect with me. So what I would like to do is, if I don't connect with you actually live, I don't see your comments, I want you to be persistent, because once I get going, I'll be doing the cardio huffing and puffing. Got a message for you today, like I do every day. I will address all your comments, your questions, and any concerns that you might have after the broadcast too. So I want to make sure that you know how important you are to me. All right, let's see here. I want to see who we have here on Facebook, and then we're going to get started. Have you guys checked out skiplacourmembers.com? I mean, I've been getting a lot of feedback, and you guys have been saying, hey, I like this idea. A little bit every single day, an hour every single day of stealing time. So introduce new thoughts and ideas. Maybe this is part of your time. The things that I might say to stimulate thoughts is part of your Cardio University routine. Many of you are developing it. And I want you to go to skiplecoremembers.com. I've got courses there. If you know how intense I am, how I break things down, and how I teach things. Many of you have been with me for like 20 years. If you go to skiplecoremembers.com, I've got bodybuilding and training course if you really want to take to the next level. Contest preparation. I have this, I've done so many thousands of hours of one-on-one coaching with men just like you, and the questions are common. And so, I know your situation is unique, but if you can get to the 80% that's common, how I've broken down bodybuilding and training, I have the best of the phone consultations. It's not me going back and forth so you don't hear my phone coaching client. It's just all me talking 10 hours of all bodybuilding and training information. A lot of men just like you have found that helpful in their bodybuilding and training journeys. What I'm most proud of is the Man Formation program, because I think that gets you to be the total package, both inside and outside the gym. Personal development for men, confidence leadership strategies. I call it the mindset and actions of a powerful alpha male leader, the Man Formation course. And I'll tell you, you can spend your time with me here. You can spend your time with me with the great courses that I have on skiplecoremembers.com. Little by little, we are going to get better and better every single day. And that's what this Cardio University is all about. If you guys have any comments, you have any questions, you have any topics that you would like me to talk about, all right, I want you to make sure that you send me an email at skip@skiplecore.com. You can direct message me on whatever social media platform you're at. I'm going to be here with you for a little every single day, and I will be happy to address some of your comments, your questions, and concerns. Hello, D. Chris on Facebook. So glad you're here. Hello, Kevin. Kevin, I appreciate you. Appreciate me. Kevin says, good morning, and God bless you, Skip. God bless you too, Kevin. Thanks so much for your motivation. Greatly appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you doing that. Let's get started on this cardio, shall we? All right. Now, I do this cardio for an hour. It's at a moderate pace. Again, a little bit every single day, just like what we're learning is what's going to do it. So let's get started with our 10 minutes today. All right. So I have a message for you today, and I'll tell you, I've had emails and guys have been asking me, how do you come up with these topics every single day? Well, number one thing that I've learned in my journey of life, and since building my first internet website and having a presence 20 years ago, I've been writing, I've been connecting and learning what guys just like you and me, the type of people to be attracted to these type of broadcasts, what our questions, our concerns, and fears are. So it's learning from all the feedback, from all the emails. Social media makes it a lot easier now, and I'm always attuned to how I can serve you better. So I'm always fielding a lot of questions. The other thing is that I do so much one-on-one coaching with men just like you all over the world. Thousands and thousands of hours have been logged in, and you can't help but just learn the common ways of thinking, the common challenges, and also the common solutions because the commonalities. Now, again, we all have our unique challenges and situations. Everybody isn't exactly the same. But if you can just get to 80% and not feel that you're so different than anybody else, for everything, like everything you do, you're reinventing the wheel, starting from scratch. And those are with our challenges too, the problems that we face. A good 80% are very common. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not defective. The challenges that you're facing, the best of men, just like us, that's what we face. Wouldn't it be great to know what the 80% is common, and then the 20% where you need to put your focus and really create the unique situation for you, right? Crack the code. And you can put all your energy there instead of wondering, am I a freak for doing that? You know what I'm talking about. you have a challenge, you have a situation, you talk to your buddy about it, and he goes, I know exactly what you're talking about. And he can describe your exact situation, all the feelings, the angst, the challenges, and it just makes you feel so much better that it's not you. There's something wrong with you. You're not smart enough. You're not persistent enough. That it's just the rite of passage for a man like you who wants what you want. And when you alleviate yourself of all that angst, then you just get to work, right? You get out of your head and you just get to work. Wouldn't it be great to know which is the 80% like that, so you can put all the energy on the 20% that's really unique to your situation, your goals, your dreams, your challenges, your ambitions, right? So I've had so many thousands of hours working one-on-one, intense, on the phone, and with men just like you, with my weekly one-on-one coaching. And by the way, I'm doing a Cardio University special offer, and I just started. Is that I love motivation, this mindset things, but really think motivation comes from within. You might be inspired, but then you got to get to work and do strategies. And we have our unique situation. I want to help you with that 20%. And I know there's a lot of people giving motivational messages and things like that. I'm not quite sure. I think that's as effective as we might think. Sometimes it makes us feel good, and it takes the pressure off us to find the strategies that work. So I want to do more than that for you, is that every single day, I take this time with you every single day, right? I invest like 20 minutes more every day. And I'm going to take 2 phone calls every single day from those of you who just love this Cardio University, right? Who would watch this every day, who are into fitness and personal development. And so it'll be about a 10-minute call. I want to talk to you about your specific challenge, and that's absolutely free. Just something, 20 minutes a day I want to set aside to just help you gain clarity. I talked to Kingpin just the other day. He called in, and we just talked for about 10 minutes or so. I can afford giving back and helping you out, and I just know that it created so much clarity. He was in a situation where he felt that he was all alone in his challenges. So you want to take me up on that. I'll post the number down below, but it's 213-973-8790. 213-973-8790. Again, I'll just take 2 calls a day, 10 minutes or so, help you with your unique situation, all right? And if I do that every single day that I do this Cardio University, you have a good shot. So take advantage of that if you're loving this stuff and you need a little extra help, all right? Just my way of giving back and my appreciation, because I really want to build this tribe of followers. And I want to do more than just motivate you and inspire you and connect with you. I want to do that, and I want to help you get what you really want, right? And sometimes we lack objectivity and perspective from the generic motivational information that we're getting from the internet, or books, or videos, or whatever it might be. All right, so I want to extend that to you. So that's how I come with a lot of material. But here's the thing, though. What I'm most passionate about, where I come up with this information, is the journey of life that I'm going through. Because I'm just like you. I've gone through the same cycles and challenges, maybe just at a different level or different area, but I'm going through them just like you every single day. And so this is kind of my therapy, talking about what I'm passionate about. So not only what I see over the internet, some of the emails, my one-on-one coaching classes, this is me, right? So, you should be able to tell what's really coming from my heart when I connect with you every single day. I want to talk about what I'm really passionate about and connected with. So today I want to talk about, in this Cardio University, session number 4 days in a row we've been doing this, is I want to talk about reinventing yourself for the better. And what does that mean? Well, obviously personal development, improving yourself, could be your career, could be your relationships, Why wouldn't somebody want to reinvent themselves for the better, right? Well, one thing is we all do a lot of things that makes us great, that makes us feel comfortable. We set out on a goal, in a direction, and we were really committed to it. And it may or may not be working out to the level that we want, or we expect it when we set out to the goal. And that's, you know what, that is normal, right? Because when you set out any goal, whether you want to be super fit or super rich or have the relationship of your dreams, number one, you don't know exactly how to do it, and it's just a guess that the feelings and emotions that you want by attaining that goal or being that person is what you really want. So it's common sometimes to go out and work really hard, get really committed, tell everybody, and then, a few months into it, you're saying, you know what, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I put in this time. It's time to do something else, right? It's okay to reinvent yourself. I guess the biggest challenge is when are you just a quitter? You're just not persistent enough. If you just keep on doing it, it'll come. Some people say, it's not supposed to be enjoyed. It's tough. You got to do the grind. All those, are legitimate things to consider, no doubt about it. And that's what, and I'll always refer to life as being this game, right? Because it's a challenge, and sometimes you're winning and you feel great. Sometimes the game, you're getting your butt kicked. You just don't know if you're good enough, if you'll ever get it together. You go on a losing streak, and you don't know when you're going to come out of it. And there's a lot of time that's somewhere in between, right? But if you look at life as a game, a challenge, right, something that's fun, and you enjoy all the good times along with the challenging times and everything in between, because you're always, like we talked about yesterday, picking your spot in the future and working your way over, that, just framing it that way is going to make it a lot easier. I can't tell you if you're just being lazy. I can't tell you if this isn't right for you and you should switch directions. But I can tell you this, and the times we live in, everything is changing so quickly. You pick a career, you pick a path, and if you just look in our lifetime, whatever age you're at, if you look at industries that were booming industries, as little as 5 years ago, they're not even around anymore. One thing that we all need to make it in this fast-changing world is mental and emotional flexibility. We can't just decide on being a type of person, really ingraining it in our identity if it's not working to the level that we want, and just keep on going. I'll tell you one thing that I'm extremely passionate about, and it's part of my tribe, and it's those of us who love fitness. There's so many great things about fitness. Obviously, look, here I am, and I think we're brothers in a lot of ways because of it. At the same time, it creates a lot of challenges. And I've been in the fitness industry for 27 years. And again, this isn't necessarily for competitive bodybuilders only. This is for those of us who love the structure, love the discipline, love the me versus me. There's so many great things. I get it, right? It's protected us from pains. It's gotten out of us out of tough situations. It helps us cope. There's so many great things about that structured, predictable lifestyle. I mean, sometimes it's emotional survival. I get it. I certainly get it. At the same time, doing this for as long as I have, I see men in their 40s and their 50s, and they're resistant to reinventing themselves. And they're sealing their fate on a life that's not what they really want, right? See, when it comes to our fitness mindset, part of the great thing is we could just stick to something and just grind it out, right? When other people quit, we just keep on going. But sometimes that mentality, that lack of flexibility that we call structure and discipline, could be the same thing when the world is changing, when our relationships change because people change, And we want to keep it black and white in structure like our fitness. And that we believe that that's the way the world should be too. Creates a lot of challenges. One thing that you're going to hear from me, little by little every day, if you're like me, and if you love fitness, I want us to really maximize all the great things that we get out of this. But I'll tell you this, as the buff dad you ever had, or your big brother, I don't care if you're young or old or somewhere in between, there are some things that block us in this mentality that compromises the things that we really want. And I'll tell you, we get older and older and older, and we keep that same structure. We're resistant to reinventing ourselves. I can't tell you if you stop what you're doing and do something totally different, because that's the best thing for you. And I also can't tell you just keep on doing what you're doing, just stick it out. I don't know your situation. Maybe you picked something, that goal you had years ago, maybe it was just okay. Maybe there's something better for you. I understand how challenging it is to even consider reinventing yourself. But if you just want to stay the same because of that comfort and security and that predictability and compromise the overall quality of life that you want, that's something you may want to reconsider. Life goes by quickly, all right? Now, I've had to reinvent myself many times. As you guys know, I was the grocery store manager who quit to go for my dreams as a bodybuilder, right? Well, then I had to stop being a bodybuilder. Then I went into the personal development, which is part of what I've done. And I continue to have to change because everything's changing. Let me just tell you something. I don't like it. I love to just keep on doing what I'm doing. But just like me, we have to change and reinvent ourselves to get better. And it may go against that black and white structure and just putting our head down and blocking things out. It may take a little bit more mental and emotional flexibility. I'm going to talk a lot more about this. I'm going to talk to my fitness brothers and sisters who want, more out of life. Put a lot of thought into this, as you'll see. I just want the best for you. So that's my message today. I'll tell you, get on here. I'm going to get to my Cardio University. I've got books that I'm reading. I'm really into that. I really love this time, but I wanted to spend 10 minutes of it or so with you like I'm going to do every single day. Are you guys starting your Cardio University? Are you guys doing that? I want you to consider little by little we're going to become better men. All right? So have a great day. Have an outstanding day. Have an awesome day. And I'll see you here tomorrow, live for Cardio University.